Hello guys and welcome to Mark Shrimp Tanks. Today we're going to be doing my monthly update video. We're going to see who's won the prizes this month. We're going to pick a winner, etc. We're going to leave that to the end though. What we're going to start with today. I want to finish on this big tank because there's quite a nice improvement on here that I think you will love. Also there's a million babies. Everybody loves babies, so we're going to do that one last. Let's start with my blue bolt tank here, and I'm afraid this one is not that good to look at. Where's the shrimp? Where's the effing shrimp, man? They are in here because I just moved this plant to find them. I'm going to lift this up so you can see. Where are they? Oh, there's a couple. So these guys like to hide. I don't know if the light's maybe a little bit too strong. All 5 are still alive because I moved that filter at the back before this video as well, just to make sure that they're actually in here. Because that wouldn't make a very good video, would it? Hello, here's Mark Shrimp Tanks and here's my dead shrimp. Here at the back you can see my Hygrophila sunset, which I've trimmed the top off. I've trimmed it down to its last 2 sets of leaves. You also have I propagated this before, and I cut off the bottom set of leaves and then I put it into the next part along here, and I just do the same, rinse and repeat. And eventually you end up with a row like this. We're going to have a wee look at the side because it also sends out runners, you see, from here to here, and these will also set up shoots to the top. Alright. Blue bolts everywhere. Not. Onto the cherry tank. This one has been doing reasonably okay. I've noticed this snail, even though it's dead, this big huge snail shell, has actually moved quite a bit, and I'm not sure if it's the Malaysian trumpet snails in the gravel. You know, when they're moving around, they're actually moving the shell at the same time, because over the space of a month this has moved maybe an inch. It's a little bit weird. Tank is doing great. Weeping moss is doing fantastic in here. It's definitely a low light plant. Some Hygrophila sunset there. The Anubis petite is doing quite well in here as well. One thing I do have to change in here is this filter though. I think it's coming to the end of its life. I have tried to fix it quite a few times. Nothing is blocking it up. Inside here the impeller is turning free. There's nothing in this tube to stop the flow or anything, and it's just doing terrible. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this because I quite like the way this looks. You know how it's like what's it called? Can't remember the name for it. You know where you have the, what's it called? It starts with a P. I'll remember after the video probably. You know what I'm trying to say. It's like that. So I might actually, you know, just buy another one and replace it. So that is this tank for this month. Also up here is calendar. You get these free at the shops here, and this is one of the old ones. I need to take this one down actually and then use the next one. The reason I have a calendar like this is because every time I do a water change I just mark when I do it, because when you have quite a few tanks it's actually quite hard to remember exactly when you do what water changes to what. On a little shrimp bowl, I added an air stone to this just because it was getting a little bit of an oily film to the top. 2 of the shrimp in here have grown really big, and the other 2 are small. One did die, I'll admit that, one of them died, but so Bossar tank seems to be doing okay in here, which is fine. It is what it is. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep this little shrimp vase or what. For me as a shrimp keeper it is nothing more than an eyepiece. And what I was thinking about doing is this over here, is giving these guys a proper decent sized tank, my Goldens. I'm using this little tank for just to put here basically. I'm going to go into the ram's horns. Hello ram's horns. I'm going to have a look at the shells because this is quite interesting. If I pick one that has the trait I'm looking for, will you be able to see this? It's kind of a defining line of when this snail went into this tank. And then from that, on this side, you can see just where the end of my thumb is. All the shell is really nice, but all the shell before was kind of horrible. So putting them in a tank with a little bit of higher water is definitely helping these guys. I've turned off the filter on this just now, just because it's a little bit noisy. Pothos is growing absolutely fantastic. I do have plans to change the light on this, and I was thinking, will I do it today or will I do it tomorrow, but I'm kind of struggling for time, so I'm kind of rushing this video out a little bit. And the reason I'm rushing it out is because I had a problem with my hard drive on my PC, and it kind of deleted everything I had. This is what happens when you don't do backups on computers. Everything I had is gone, so videos I had prepared for this week, next week, etc. are no longer there. And I'm kind of struggling for time, but let's have a little look in here. These guys have had some spinach. You would have seen that video on Friday. And there's lots and lots and lots of shrimp in here. This little cherry, almost, oh, I was going to say, look at this cherry, and it's almost coming to the water and it disappears. So these guys have had a lot of food. Now these guys, I think I'm going to try and give them a little bit of a bigger tank, because they are not growing as fast as I would like. You know, compared to the blue bolts that you saw, the blue bolts are almost double the size of these guys, and the blue bolts are probably younger. So this one's going to be changed. The water sprite is starting to grow out nicely now. This one has always been a bit of a tough tank for me, and I have increased the filtration quite a bit. You can see on the top how much air I'm putting through this now. And it seems to be working. I have 3 buried females in here. One of them was buried the last time we talked, but I don't see any babies. So I'm not sure if she's still carrying, or, you know, just as I say I don't see any babies, I actually see a baby. I'm no way sure. Right, if you imagine the very, very dead centre of the screen, there's a baby right in the middle. It's about as close as I can get to telling you where it is. It's on the subwater tank. And so she must have had her babies in here, because I can see one at least. So that is good. But there were more. I think there was 3 of them in here that had that were buried. This tank is doing kind of okay. I have to fix this little filter at the back. I'm going to put an extender tube on here and do the same as what I've done here on this one with the 45-degree bend. Give the water some kind of direction, because it's a little bit slow in here. That's all I've done with this tank. We've just had some spinach as well. Middle tank, let's see. This middle one has been a little bit of a... I'm not sure how to describe this. It's I thought I was going to have millions of babies in here, and it just hasn't worked out that way this month. A lot of them were buried, and I've had a few losses. A couple of the shrimp have died. So I'm not sure exactly how many babies I have in here. I do have some babies, but not very many. Like that there, you can see one dead center. At the most, I think in here I have maybe 10 babies or something. There's another one on the glass side here. And it's kind of confusing why this tank is like this. When it has the proper substrate now, planting is good, they have leaves, they have lots of filtration. But there still is quite a few shrimp in here. It's not like they've all died. Like you're not seeing all of what I'm seeing here. If I lifted this plant, there'd be lots. There's probably about 20 to 30 red variations of Taiwan bees in here. But before I used to have nearly 50. So that shows you how much I've lost roughly in a month. And these ones are not doing much better either. And I'm kind of stumped as to why. Because the tank conditions are great. I test the pH. pH is lowish like they like. TDS is good for them. And I've just fed them in here as well, but I haven't seen a baby in here for a long time. So I'm kind of a little bit disappointed in this one. In here there's probably only about 20 shrimp now. But This is where you have this yin and yang thing. Where you have bad news on one side, you will often have better news on something else. There's another, I just noticed another baby shrimp there, dead center of the screen. See it walking along? The top tank has been absolutely fantastic. So for that tank, just because it's been so good, we're going to switch the light off because you'll see it better if I switch the light off. Okay, so let me get this chair out of the way. Right, this tank this month has been absolutely fantastic. It is the best month this tank has ever had. I've changed the light on this. You will see a how-to video on how to do this. These are basically security light LEDs. And I got them very, very cheap. You're going to love the video I do when I make these ones. And there's just... I'm actually a little bit lost for words at how many shrimp there actually is in here. I was trying to count some of the babies in here and I lost count just in like one section at 30 or 40 shrimp. And the good thing as well is there is quite a big variety of different kinds of shrimp. Now I'm going to go over here and you're just going to look at the soil. And you can count the babies. Okay, and it's like this across the whole surface of the substrate. Babies, babies, babies everywhere. I've never ever had as many babies as this, even in the plants. You can look in the plants, count the babies. Just in this one shot there, there's like 30, 40 baby shrimp. So this tank is doing absolutely fantastic, which makes it a little bit hard for me to understand why the tank below is not doing so great. The other thing with this tank as well is because all of these shrimp have come from Michelins, I'm still getting Taiwan bees in here, still. I've noticed a couple of blue bolts, which is good because they're kind of my favourites, blue bolts. I've noticed 3 blue bolts in here, 3 blue bolt babies. They kind of stick out a little bit, so if I see one I'm going to show you one. I've also had, that I've seen, 1 King Kong, 1 Panda, 1 Ruby Red I think. And that is just what I'm noticing, but it's very hard to see them when they're this size. Count the baby shrimp, motherfuckers! They're just everywhere. I mean, I have, this month I bought these are candle holders but made for big candles, and I thought these would be perfect for feeding dishes for tanks. Because I didn't have them in here, and I can't put them in because anywhere I want to put them there are babies. There's not a clear bit of space anywhere in this tank for me to put babies at all. So what's going to happen with this tank as well is I have to wait for at least another week until these guys grow a little bit, and then I'm going to start to separate them out a little bit because there is just far too many in here. We're going to separate them out a little bit. I'm going to separate them into their according tanks, and the rest shall fill up, I think. So this tank is doing absolutely great. Look, I'll walk back just for a little shot of the tank. I might use this as the thumbnail for this month. Because this light, let's talk about the tank itself as well, by the way. The hanging subwater tank, it has filled out quite a bit. It absolutely looks gorgeous in here. If I can move the lights back and forward. This is the thing I like about this light as well, is I can move it back and forward so it looks different. You see it? Isn't it wonderful? And the babies are always in this as well. I just noticed another, I think it's another panda. There's 2 babies dead center of the screen on that plant, and one of them is a panda. You see how excited I still get with my baby shrimp? I'm always looking for new ones. I'm like, oh, what is that? What is that one? So these are doing fantastic. They're doing the job I wanted them to do. It's added a lot more cover for the females as well. The shrimp are always in it. So I probably will do a how-to video on these because I think you'll enjoy seeing that. It's basically a piece of nylon rope with a subwater tang tied to it with a little rock at the end just to weigh the whole thing down. And I take it a female has molted in here because the boys are running around a little bit crazy. Also guys, if you wanted to know when is the best time to do a little bit of selective breeding, if I showed you a shot like this, I would say now is the best time. When you see the males all running around like this is the best time. You will never have a better chance to catch any male that is undesirable in your tank. Okay, I hard culled this tank about 3 weeks ago, so there's not as many shrimp in here as there would normally be, but they're mostly females now. Okay, so like this little guy here, his white is not that good, so he would be a candidate for the cull tank. And that's the way I'm going to do it from now on. I'm going to I'm going to leave mostly my females in this tank, and I'm going to continuously cull out the worst and worst males. And this is a result of doing that. You tend to have lots and lots of babies. Okay, so that is the update for this tank for this month. I hope you enjoyed that video. Oh, before I go, by the way, I forgot to do the giveaway, so we're going to do that right now. Also, guys, if you wouldn't mind, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe, do that. I have this already set up to pick a winner for the video, for my shrimp aquarium video giveaway December 2016. I use TubeBuddy, so I can pick a winner here. And let's have a look at the prizes before I pick a winner. Let me turn the light on just so you can see the prize just for a second. Okay, so whoever wins this time is going to win this packet of shrimp food. This is Kingfish Shrimp and Bottom Feed. It is absolutely fantastic. You can tell I like it when you go under here. How many packets? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one here, 5. One in my hands, 6, 7. So I must have bought at least 10 packets of this stuff. So the winner will win this month, and we're going to see who that is right now. So I want you all to do a drum roll. If anybody of you guys have guinea pigs, you will know what that noise is. And let's see who's the winner. And the winner is Emilio Braganza. Okay, Emilio, you have won. I will contact you through Google Plus, seeing as you have a Google Plus symbol next to your name here, and we shall send this food to you. On this video, we're going to be giving away this one. This is not the same as that one there, even though it looks like the same packet. This one is a bigger size of food. You see it says shrimp wafer. This one is sinking wafer, sinking pellets. So this one, basically you feed one of these tabs per 30 shrimp. It is the same food regarding the quality of the ingredients inside. So you have this one to look forward to next month, and to win this, all you have to do is leave a comment in the comment section below. I want to say thank you guys all for watching my video today. I hope you had a fantastic start to the year, and we're going to see you on the next one, okay? Bye guys, love you all, bye.